The eAssist Dental Solutions podcast. We are the nation's leader in outsourced dental billing. Our clients require highly skilled dental office managers that can consult with client offices.
Welcome to the eAssist Dental Solutions podcast. I am your host, Andres Quintana, and I am here in the Wake Forest area of North Carolina. So I just want to remind everybody that eAssist Dental Solutions will help you collect more, produce more, and what does that do? It motivates your staff more. Today, we have an amazing show, and we have on the line Cynthia Hidalgo, and she is an account manager. She is in California. I am in sunny North Carolina today. Cynthia, how are you today?
I am great. Thank you.
Oh, I got really excited to talk to you. And we were at Summit, and I think we crossed path, right? A couple of times, and we said hello to each other. But with so much going on, we really could not talk to everybody. Did you get to meet a lot of people there?
I got to meet a lot of people, but not enough.
My goodness. Wasn't it a great summer?
It was awesome. It was my first one, and I really enjoyed it. Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah. I was down in Orlando, Florida, where I got to meet so many amazing eAssisters. And then this time around, I got to meet even more amazing eAssisters, in addition to the ones that I had already met. And that just makes it a great recipe for what we're going to talk about today. Because with that, eAssist gives all of us an opportunity to have a great work-life balance. And Cynthia, that is exactly where we're going to start our show today. We want to tell the eAssist Nation out there and remind them what great company we work for. And then in addition to that, we have a few of our listeners that are clients and customers that are already have accounts with eAssist. So why don't we dive in and talk a little bit about yourself first? Take it away, Cynthia.
Thank you, Andres. I am currently an account manager with eAssist. I've been in the dental field for 20 years. I started as an assistant and then made my way to manager. I was with the same private office for 17 years, then worked for a corporate office for one, and now I'm with eAssist. I have 3 kids. I love my family, and I really love what I do.
Wow. And how did you find eAssist?
I found eAssist because I was looking for something closer to home. I really loved the practice I was working for. I was there for a really long time, but I had moved, and I was tired of commuting 3 hours a day.
Wow.
So I found it online job searching.
That's 3 hours away to get to work. Now, that's kind of unusual, right? And then all of a sudden, you find a company that allows you to kind of work from home. And let's go back a little bit to what you said earlier. You love your family. You love spending time and getting to see them. And how old are your kids, by the way?
21, 16, and a 1-year-old.
Wow, that is great. Oh, that just makes it for a really exciting. I can kind of understand that, having a 1-year-old and the need to be home. So that just makes me appreciate eAssist a little bit more. I also want to give you a greeting here because I work with someone who you know a little bit, and that's Michelle Pennington from we are representatives from the new client sales team. And Michelle, by the way, told me to tell you hello.
Oh, Michelle, she was actually my first AE when I joined eAssist.
She is an amazing lady, and she is a great mentor and loves eAssist. So now, how has joining eAssist really changed your life?
It provided me the balance I so desperately needed at that time. I was stressed and conflicted between work and family life. I was really finding it hard to fulfill my role as a mother. But with eAssist, it really allowed me to be present with my family and still do what I love. So the balance it provided is amazing.
Well, I'm glad that we went right to that question because, working for eAssist is not going to be obviously for everybody in the dental world. We still need amazing people in those offices. But having eAssist around does give us the opportunity, Cynthia, to improve patient interaction, which I think is really suffering in some of the offices. And how do we do that? Well, we impact by outsourcing your dental claims. We impact by doing your eligibility and breakdowns and patient portion, because I understand you do a little bit of that. Is that correct? Can you tell me a little bit about some of the processes and tasks that you do for dental offices?
I basically follow up on the insurance aging report. I also call patients for balances, send statements and collection letters. We're basically an extension of the office. So whatever it is that they need me to help with, then I'm there for that.
And do you remember when you worked at dental office where the phone calls would be coming in and there wasn't enough time to get a full breakdown on some of the patients? Do you remember those days?
Yes, I do. As an office manager, you're pulled in like 10 different directions. And for me as an office manager, my priority was the patients. Building those relationships with the patient was very important. And that's what keeps our patients coming back and referring family and friends. So that was my priority. And because of that, maybe the insurance aging kind of took a back seat. I would have loved to have eAssist on my team when I was the office manager. It's a great asset.
Yes, and that's really why it is so important to make the comparison of what we were talking about earlier, Cynthia. It's because we opened up by asking, how has eAssist changed your life? And you told me about your family and how important it's staying home with the baby and everything, spending time with your husband. And then we think about, well, we need these great people out there. But then you have office managers that are these great people that we're talking about, and they don't get to take a lunch, for example. They have to work overtime, and they don't have time to go see their family. eAssist has come in and all of a sudden facilitating what some of the offices and office managers and great team members are missing out there.
Yes. eAssist will make sure the collection process continues. We'll continue to send claims, post payments, send statements, work the insurance aging. We basically ensure the money flow keeps coming.
That's a key factor right there, because my wife, we own a very busy dental office as well. And sometimes when you have either a vacation or a really important team member take time off, you wonder, oh my gosh, is the system going to break down because this important person is not around? Well, with eAssist, it almost equalizes everybody. What I have noticed is that every person in my office, in our office, makes just as big of an impact now, because we are also able to train them a little bit better, so everybody contributes a little bit evenly. Is that something that you see as well?
Yes. eAssist works as a team with the office to make sure everything goes as smooth as possible.
How do dental offices gain more time to do what is most important to the practice, which we know it's got to be the patient?
Yes. Because they don't have to worry about the insurance aspect of it, they could spend more time building those relationships, spend more time doing dentistry, doing what they're meant to be doing.
The other thing I want to come back with, something you just reminded me, which is when we're over the counter with the patient collecting payments, a lot of times we don't do a great job because we have all these phone calls and a lot of competing demands. The phone calls, the calling the insurance company, and then sometimes the doctor needs us to do something for them. And we're, like you said earlier, we're being pulled in so many directions. How do you see that improve in some of the offices that you are helping right now?
With a patient portion aspect, we are there to send that statement, make those phone calls. If something was missed during that office visit, we will make that follow-up phone call and we will send them the statement and make sure that money still comes in.
That is great. Well, this is a perfect time to let our eAssisters know that we appreciate everything that you're doing out there. Also for our clients, this is also a perfect time to let you know that if you like some of the things that we do, please visit eAssist.com or dentalbilling.com. And also our phone number is 844-327-7478. And now we're going to pause for a brief announcement from eAssist.
You know your practice is losing money. You just don't know why. Office managers are often overwhelmed with juggling insurances, patients, scheduling, and staff. eAssist Dental Solutions has the answer. By outsourcing your dental billing efforts with eAssist, your patients become your sole focus. With eAssist on your side, you will feel the burden of insurance collections lifted off your shoulders. Visit us at www.dentalbilling.com today to find out more information.
So we are back at the eAssist Dental Solutions podcast. I am your host, Andres Quintana, and I'm here on the line with Cynthia Hidalgo from what city in California are you in? Patterson, California. That is that a beautiful, that I can picture that as being a place with lots of mountains and beautiful scenery. Can you describe that for us a little bit?
Yes, Patterson is a small little town in California. Lots of mountains and a lot of farmland. Apricot capital of the world, actually.
Is that it? Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. So, all right. So when a dental office manager takes the time off, as we were talking about before, the entire collections process can really shut down. Things won't seem to flow well. And how do you think you play a role in this?
We make sure that process continues. We continue to send claims, post payments, send statements, work the insurance aging. We just basically keep it moving. There is no pause for us. It just keeps flowing. And
I'm going to put you on the spot here for just a second. Are you ready? Can I?
I'm ready.
What do you think, honestly, what do you think is the number one reason for a dentist out there to call eAssist?
Being an office manager previously, it creates more time for you to focus on what's more important, which is our patients. You can build those relationships and also allows you to focus on doing dentistry. Most dentists are great dentists, and they're dentists because they do what they love, not necessarily the insurance part of it. So we're there to take that from them.
See that? I knew I could put you on the spot. I knew you could do it. This has been a great interview. Are you enjoying it so far?
Yes. Most definitely.
I love talking to eAssisters all the time. I usually do this every other week. I want to remind eAssisters out there that, take this podcast on a power walk or a jog, listen to it in your car, go back, and we're at episode 30. This is actually episode 35, Cynthia. We just had Bob Spiel. He's a consultant from Idaho. We had an amazing, amazing show. And this one is just as fun. So thank you, Cynthia, for coming on. We have a couple more questions that I want to ask you. What can you tell an office listening today that is thinking about calling eAssist? And, they're going to talk to Andre or Michelle Pennington, right? And what could you tell these offices that are thinking about calling eAssist?
You need us on your team. You need us to help you focus on what is most important to you. We can take that insurance headache off your plate.
We really can. And you know what we can do? I was just thinking about it the other day. For doctors listening out there, your hiring process could be a little bit easier as well, because a lot of times, we have so much experience in the dental office that there could be really great customer service talent out there that could join dental teams. But usually, doctors are thinking experience first. Do you find that?
It's important to focus on experience, but also customer service skills, because you're dealing with patients every day, and building those relationships is very important.
I agree with you, Cynthia, 100%. And not just the customer service to focus just on that, but when you have someone that's already on your team and the office is so busy and the paperwork is backed up and the claims are all backed up, a lot of times you don't have time to train. And you as an office manager, if you had eAssist, just think back to when you were in the office, okay? When you were back in the office working there, and if you had had an eAssist by your side, how much more would you have been able to train your inexperienced help in your office? Isn't that amazing how eAssist can just be there as a support? I really feel that.
Yes, I completely agree. I would have loved to have eAssist on our team at that time. It just frees up so much more of your time to do whatever is important at that time, whether it's training, a patient. It creates time, which is so important.
It's magically time really appears. I think that's such a good point that you just made. And I have examples every single day in our office about, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I am on the eAssist team right now. Before I had eAssist, I could have never helped eAssist or been the host of the eAssist podcast because I was working so much in the practice as opposed to on the practice. So great job, Cynthia. I really love these pain points that we are trying to really help doctors with. And I really have one more question for you. This time has flown by, Cynthia. I'm having a lot of fun. At the end of the day, how do you feel? And you don't have to mention names or specific offices, but how do you feel that you have helped an office or a dental team be successful?
I have helped with making sure those claims get sent clean the first time, following up on appealing insurance claims, making sure that the office is going to get their money, calling those patients, making sure that the patients are paying their bills. It's endless. Or even just training new staff members as well. They get a new receptionist and they don't really know how to use Dentrix. So we go in there and little tips and tricks. We're part of the team, and that's what I love the most.
You know, this is another excellent point you just made, because when we started working with eAssist, now let me put on my dental office hat on, okay? Because I know together you and I are on the eAssist team, but when I was in my dental office, I really just got focused on distractions. But when eAssist came along, okay, I was able to see the whole office. Whereas before eAssist, everything was very narrow. I couldn't see things that were so obvious to helping the office have success. We also have the front desk, which is usually on overload. We have team members that can't deal with the stress, and a lot of times they leave your team because they say, no, it's too stressful to work in this dental office. But you got it right on the money. You know, with eAssist by your side, you really can make amazing things happen. So I want to remind everybody to visit our website at eAssist.com or dentalbilling.com. Cynthia, I just want to thank you, honestly, for coming on the show and giving us all this awesome information. And I just want you to say hello to our eAssist Nation out there.
Hi, everybody. I love my teams.
Yeah. And, you know, this is a common theme that I see. Team members at eAssist, when they talk about the offices, when they come on the show, they say, my office this, my office that. And I just, that was something I was going to say earlier. And I forgot. Lorena, she's over in California, close to you. Sometimes she'll send me a text or she'll call us to celebrate something good that has happened with a claim. Do you sometimes find yourself doing that for doctors as well and office teams?
Yes, we work as a team, so I want to share any obstacle we've come across, and we got over that hurdle. And yes, I will shoot an email, send a text, and that way we can celebrate together.
Celebrate together. And how do they feel when they get that text from you? That's really a really neat thing. How do they feel? I know how I feel.
Just adds to the positivity, and it just reminds them of what a great team we are together. Together,
yeah. So I just want to remind you, everybody listening to the show, you know, these are the support essentials that takes the burden off your front desk and really takes the burden off of the whole team, including your hygienists, your assistants, and they can all focus on the interaction with the patient, which at the end of the day, my eAssist Nation, this is what's most important about our dental offices. 1-844-327-7478. Cynthia, this show was all about you today, all about what it means to be an eAssister, and all about what it means to be part of eAssist Nation. I thank you for coming on the show, and I want to wish you a great week.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye, everybody.
We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of the eAssist Dental Solutions podcast. We love to put the spotlight on the individuals for their outstanding work for our clients.